Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Garmin to Smashing a P at London Marathon 2025 question mark. A little bit different at the moment. After that longer run on the Sunday, I've now kind of had to take Monday and the scheduled Tuesday run off, rest day off, sorry. I'm actually sitting in the middle of a kind of shopping centre at the moment, just about to go home on my first run of the week. Uh, so yeah, uh, so with the two rest days, which I kind of knew would happen, I guess. You know what I mean? It's thrown my kind of week a little bit strange, and that. I mean, it's supposed to be a 50-minute run today, though. But yeah, you guessed it, bad sleep. 39 minutes now. So basically, what I'm going to do is the plan is to run home, and that's normally about 10 kilometers ish, and that. So I'm going to do the run, but I'm going to walk to a bit that gets it a bit shorter, and then we'll run from there, and then we'll run home, and I'll catch the bus as normal from the respective place to get me more convenient home. And tomorrow is supposed to be 55 minutes base run again, and then on Friday it's supposed to be threshold, and with 3 intervals. I'm not really sure how it's going to stick because he's already said that my body battery is really low, and I know this will knock it right down a bit more as well, but I need to run. You know what I mean? I've got to get the run. I'll do, you know what I mean, 40k weeks anyway, 40 kilometers weeks, and I know I hit 60 last week, but at this rate I'm not even going to hit 30. And you mean I need to keep the progression going. You mean at least get 2 to 3 weeks in a row where it's up high and then drop back one. You mean at the moment I've had a high one a good couple of weeks ago, and we've dropped down twice. And even if I didn't do the longer run yesterday or on the Sunday, I would have gone back down again. So we're going backwards, not forwards, and I want to see the progress. Yes, the runs are doing progress, the times and the speed and all that lot, but the distance that I'm looking for is not. I mean, I'm supposed to be building up the stamina and the endurance, so I need to get the actual kilometers up as well, and that. So it's going to be a bit of a low week on kilometers, I think. You mean, if I'm lucky, I got an hour and 40 minutes, which has gone down already because of the bad sleep today on Sunday, next Sunday coming up. So, you mean, we're Wednesday now. If I can get these runs done relatively unscathed and get some good sleep and then hopefully we can get it going. Long run, 1 hour 40 minutes. You mean, yeah, that's getting back up there again. You mean double figures. You mean hopefully closer to 15k. But I'm not getting the distance at the moment, so it's something I need to get thing. But I want to follow the plan this week, try and get the plan done. We evaluate at the end of the week as well, see how it all goes, how much my plan changes throughout the week, and all that lot. But it's very important that I try to get this sleep thing nailed because it's just not really happening at the moment. I mean, the sleep thing is the issue that really causes my work plan or my running plan to really change. So I just need to keep an eye on that and see what I can, if there's any way I can kind of get it to balance out a little bit more. So yeah, but let's get this run done, then I can get home, chill out, relax tonight, go to bed early, you know what I mean, sleep well hopefully, and start tomorrow fresh and hopefully good recovery and all that lot. So yeah, let's go and get this base run done, and catch you guys later. Cheers. So yeah, the Wednesday base run ended up 50 minutes, 7.28 kilometers we did, on the pace of 6:53 per kilometer, and an average of 134 beats per minute. I was really happy getting the heartbeat rate down, and that's something like I've said before. I'm trying to get along. And to keep it low. It doesn't always work. Heart rate training is very different, where when you're, a lot of different factors. You you can do the same run every day and the heart rate will be different, because it's all to do with hydration and stress and fatigue and all that lot. I mean, your body doesn't know pace, it doesn't know speeds, and life as such. It just knows effort. So when you're putting in 134 beats per minute one day, and you're fully hydrated and everything, your system's flowing perfect, then that's good. But in another day, you could be tired and fatigued and all that lot, and basically it's a struggle to kind of do the 34. So you go at a slower pace or whatever. It doesn't know pace, it knows effort. But there are different mechanics in your body. Because obviously when you're running, it's a different way of moving as you do if you're walking. So to keep the heart rate low, but also trying to keep a good running form, that's what I'm trying to fix. And that's why I don't really like the walking idea, when you have to try and get your pace down, because it's a different thing. It's a different system and all that lot. And then if you do need to walk, then it kind of shows you're going too quick anyway. So it's very awkward and just mind adjusting and things like that. But that's how I perceive it all. It's different for everyone, and I understand that. So for me, I'm kind of not looking to do the walking. I do walk when I do the recovery in the intervals, because that is trying to get my heart rate really low when it's spiked up so high. But when you're doing the normal runs and I'm reaching a hill, yes, I slow my pace down as best as I can, but I can't. I don't see the achievement in walking and that, because it's a different form in my head. Like I said, I can be completely wrong, but that's how I see it. The different mechanics in running and walking. So and I'm not looking to be a fast walker. I'm looking to be a fast runner at a low heart rate and that. So, but yeah, that was the nice run there. On Wednesday, it was good to get back out after the 2 days rest, after that long run I did last Sunday, which I thoroughly enjoyed still. And that. So Wednesday night, I kind of aimed just to sleep, and kind of went to bed earlier just to get the extended sleep in and all that lot. But yeah, look at the data. It's there, and 8 hours 50, I think it was, sleeping wise or something, but restless. Frustrating, but the watch stuck. 50 minutes was what I was supposed to do. 138 beats per minute. And I did it. So basically the last 2 runs was when it was already planned anyway. So, it didn't change. I know that the Wednesday run I extended it a bit longer to what it changed to. But over the 2 days, what I basically did is what I was supposed to. And before the changes. And so we did 50 minutes, 57 seconds. And the heart rate was 139, so I didn't keep it down as well as I did the other day. But I covered 7.62 kilometers. I was going quicker. The pace was 6.41 minutes per kilometer. So just over 10 seconds per kilometer quicker, which I know doesn't seem massive amounts, but over 50 minutes, it gets that bit quicker. So, that's how that was there. So, that was, an enjoyable kind of couple of days getting back onto it. I spend all week hoping that pretty much the plan doesn't change. And that, will it stick, will it stick, will it stick? For people on my Instagram, get to see that and follow that as well on a daily basis, and I throw up a few different things on my Instagram, sometimes just, a few questions asked, maybe, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a coach. I don't know. I'm learning through Garmin. I'm aiming to smash my PB at London Marathon 2025. But I'm trying to follow a plan, and this plan is very new to me, and does change around quite a bit, as we'll go on to, and that. But the Friday, the plan was always hoping to keep the threshold, and it did stick. So basically, the threshold this week was 3 times 7 minutes at 164 beats per minute. Normally, I would do this run in Centrum and that in the city centre around like a base bit that I mentioned before. But this time I had to get home, and that it's my weekend with the kids. So I got home and I did the run in the Boritslag. So that was the kind of mini estate that we have around here, like all the flats and apartments. So I did that in there, and that was different because that's where years ago I did the majority of my runs and that. So I know the loops, I know how far things are in there and all that lot. So I was quite comfortable going in there. The weather was awful, wind and rain. It was blowing really hard and that. But yeah, it was nice to kind of do the intervals in a different bit. So now I got a flat bit there, or not a flat bit, but I got a point where I can measure my splits there now on a threshold, as well as the thresholds in the city centre and that. So I averaged over the three intervals 4 minutes 44 kilometre pace, like minutes per kilometre. So that's, that is quicker than my threshold, lactate threshold. So that's progress again. Obviously I recover in for 2 minutes between each section, and but 2 minutes isn't long really to when you have to kind of get at it and go again. It is a hilly kind of area that I run in when I'm around my local area, so that comes into account a little bit. So I'm very happy with that. Altogether I covered 7.67 kilometers. But the idea is, concentrating on the intervals and the intensity on that, and making sure that they're at 100%. These threshold runs, I'm not so worried about the total distance, and I'm actually quite surprised how much the total distance does go up, because it's not something I'm looking into. But once again, another good kind of intense workout and that. So the plan is always for the Sunday long run to stick, and it had been sticking throughout all of this, which I was happy with. So we were looking at doing 1 hour 45 minutes on the Sunday. Okay, Saturday lunchtime, I guess now. Just gonna get this little base run done after the intervals yesterday, and a long run tomorrow, as long as it sticks. Basically 42 minutes now, 138 beats per minute. I'm just going to take it gently. I'm trying to get it done between the hailstorms and that we're getting at the moment. Really kind of wintry conditions coming in now. Just don't want it too slippery underfoot really. So yeah, starting to think about getting a treadmill now. These time of the year, always a little bit difficult to get some runs done, especially when it gets dark and you can't really see the floor properly. I lost an ear pod the other day, so I'm back onto the old set because I just flicked it out my ear. Too dark to find, so unfortunately that's gone. But yeah, it's marathon training. You fit it in when you can during your life. We've got full-time jobs and all sorts, so we just fit the running in and the passion for running in when we can, and we just cross the obstacles when we get to it, and we just deal with it. So that's it. Let's get this run done, then I can get back into the nice warm house and just cozy on the sofa for the weekend. well, until tomorrow's run anyway. Speak to you guys later. So yeah, managed to dodge most of the bad weather. I mean, it was a wet run as usual, but I'm kind of used to that around here anyway. But 42 minutes, averaged 6:20 kilometer pacing. 6.2 minutes per kilometer. I covered 6.65 kilometers as well. I mean, I just did the route that I've done so many times before. We talk about when I got a route for 42 minutes. I got a route for 39 minutes. I got a route for 35. You learn this, and then later on it does get a little bit different because with your heart rate you can speed up too, and the idea is to keep the heart rate low, but our pace picks up, and as we progress, and I have seen that, and we are working on that, and it is working. So that's something that's what we're really looking at is progress, and that. So that was good. So Saturday again. The long run for Sunday was going to be 144 minutes. So we just kind of chilled out, calmed down for the rest of the day, just taking it easy and all that lot. Recovery was going well, normal. Then set the alarm to kind of get ready. 9 hours sleep, and wake up Sunday morning. I'm on a recovery run. 29 minutes. I don't understand. By the time I was kind of looking to go out for a run, sorry, I got the T100s on Instagram final as well. So we're in Dubai, so I'm just watching that a little bit as well. I got 1 hour recovery till I'm 100% recovered from all my running, and I can kind of go. My body battery's high. It's my HRV's slightly unbalanced, but it's not crazy. It's like one point out, and that apparently I didn't get enough REM sleep, and that so it's knocked me from 1 hour 44 minutes to a recovery, and then but it's active recovery as well. So to be honest, I'm knocking off the run, and I will do strength and conditioning work to try and help progress that way, and that. So I'm very frustrated. You can probably pick up from this. My whole plan now next week has changed. Most of it was all kind of basey runs next week, and I was okay. That will do. But now it's got me on a threshold tomorrow. But I don't understand because apparently I'm low aerobic shortage now, and my training load is right on the bottom of optimal. So then it's going to go into too low soon. If I don't do anything today, it's going to go into too low. And that. So I don't understand why if I'm short of low aerobic, why is it not giving me this long, slow run? And that instead of just a really kind of, walking pace thing, which, like I said before, it's better for me to do the actual core exercises and strengthen up that way, and that. So that's the frustration. But then it got me on a longer run on Thursday, 1 hour 30 minutes, and then on Sunday it has me an hour run as well. But I'm at that point now, I can't look forward to that because it can change just like that. So I don't. The frustration is there. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I don't know. You mean, how can I look forward to the long runs when they just keep blowing up and disappearing on me? And I feel good. I could go out running look last week. Last Sunday, I know it was in extreme distance compared to what I had been doing or whatever, but I felt good. Conversational pace went out 25k. Yeah, I can do it. And then I'd rather it just knock me down to 1 hour. Give me 1 hour run and not a recovery. I just don't get it. I don't know if it's because the timetable of Garmin seems to be Sunday's day one and all that lot, where normally in my head I'm thinking Monday's day one and that's a week ahead. And so come Saturday night, it takes in the data or whatever. I don't know. This is just my perception. It takes in the data on the Saturday and then puts it all into a new week. And that's what's kind of happened for this week. I think we've done that. So that's not a problem. And that to a point, but I just don't know if it's that what's kind of causing it. But yeah, it's like I said, it is frustrating. I look forward to the runs next week. I really do, and because I got 2 longer runs, I got a threshold. But in my head, I'm thinking, will they stick? Will they constantly stick? I don't know. This is something that as I build up, and this is just the foundation phase, and I get that, but I'm hoping that when we really reach the main peak time of my training now for the London Marathon, and I've got such a huge ambitious goal I'm aiming for, that I can't lose these runs. And these runs need to stick and all that lot. So that gets me a little bit worried about the plan. And I'm not going to deny that. Is it something that is still achievable? And can the plan maintain what I need personally? I don't know. And it's beginning to build up a little bit. So the little frustrations and that. So we'll just have to kind of see. But we are playing the plan out and that. And there are some times when you have to throw in a little, thing off piste and that. But that's just kind of how this marathon plan is, I guess. All right, let's finish on a positive note, though. Or try and get the positivity back on all this. I can definitely see a trend in the runs. We are kind of going up. There is progression, and I've said that before. When I look at some of the graphs, and they are going in the right direction. I know my weekly amount isn't where I want it to be or going down, but still, let's think of this a year ago before. A year ago I hadn't done a 25k run. By this time now, I did 29.2 kilometers this week. It's not where I want to be, but still, after 60k last week, it's still more than what I was running last year at this stage. So that's always good. And my pace is, it's getting there. It might not look it because a lot of my runs now, because I'm running at the right heart rate-ish, or some might disagree on that slightly. But so I might be over a little bit higher than what I should be, but it's still more controlled than what I was in these runs before. I was kind of thinking, 6 minute kilometers is my pace, and that's fine. But now I know that that's kind of too quick for me at that stage. So there is progression there, but then you would plateau out. So now I'm throwing in interval sessions, I'm throwing in anaerobic sessions, I'm throwing in, lactate threshold stuff, along with the long runs and that, or longer runs and that. and the variety's there. So I am noticing the difference there, and I do enjoy it. I mean, I think my biggest frustration is that I want to run, and Garmin's not letting me. I say it's not letting me; I decide. But I do believe. I mean, it is a coach thing, so I kind of can't go against it all completely. So, but like I say, there is progression there. What I'm doing now compared to last year is amazing. I'm really happy with it and how it's all going and progressing. So, as much as it's frustrating, there are so much positives. I mean, the positives are still just fantastic, and all that lot. So, we'll leave it there, and that next week's a new week. The potential is for a great, huge week. Just keeping the mindset that these runs will stick, and that. So we'll see how it goes. But there's always food for thought, and that. So again, as always, if you've liked this video and that, or got some suggestions, help me out here. I'm just doing my own little thing here, but so anyone that's got some advice, whack it in the comments. Click like and subscribe. Again, please donate to the fantastic charity that I'm doing all this for. Basically, SeeAbility. So pleased that they give me a second chance to, or a second time to do the London Marathon, and an amazing experience this year, and I thoroughly look forward to doing it next year, and obviously driving to just push that experience to another extreme, and that's the goal that we're going for, and that. So please donate as much as you can when you can. The links will be down below in the description, and that. So once again, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.